Hey Sean and Lauren, Demetrius here. So this is a quick video I told you to put together for you, just kind of give you a little better explanation of what I do and how I do it. And so what I did is I typed in Therapist Bend, Oregon, and you'll notice at the top of the page here there's a couple of businesses running ads. And just below that, we have what is called the map pack. And this is some prime real estate here because about 7 out of 10 people that are searching online stop here in the map pack. And so, in this case, being therapists in Bend, Oregon, people are most likely to either click on their website or give them a phone call or submit a contact form through their website. And so I'm going to talk about what it takes to get into this space so that you can compete and start generating some more business on a more predictable scale. And so one of the things that obviously to get into the map pack is having a Google listing, which I found that you guys did, but you're lacking reviews for one, and that's not a deal breaker, but it is social proof, right? And if people are looking, to see how you compare to competitors, usually reviews is one of the first things that people take a look at. But you'll notice here, Ben Family Therapy is sitting in the top spot, and then Ben Counseling, and then Novus is number 3. Now, some of the things that come into factor with showing in the map pack, again, I mentioned reviews, but fully optimizing your Google listing, and that's listing your name, address, phone number, and complete business description, and maybe integrating some of the keywords that you're wanting to rank for in that business description. And then last but not least, citations. And so citations are anywhere on the web that your name, address, and phone number show up. And there's thousands of places where you can do that. Most businesses usually tend to only fall in between 30, maybe 50 tops. And so doing more than the competition will give you a stronger chance at showing up here in the map pack. Then as we scroll down, we'll take a look at the organic listings. And the thing about Google is it's an open book test, and Google will tell you what needs to be done in order to not only compete with your local market, but also to beat your competitors, right? And so in this case, it happens to be Ben Family Therapy because these guys are sitting here number 1 in the map pack, and then they're also number 2 organically. And so these guys have, they spent some time into into building their brand and in their marketing. And so success leaves clues. So let's take a peek at Ben Family Therapy and let's see what they're doing. Now this is a tool I use called Ahrefs, and right now this gives me a snapshot of the keywords that they're ranking for their particular web page. And so as we take a look here, right at the top, Counseling Bend, Oregon, right, has a monthly search volume of 350, and them sitting in the first spot, they're getting about 100, almost 110 hits a month worth of traffic to their site. Next keyword is Therapist Bend, Oregon, and that's getting 450 searches a month. In position 2, that keyword alone is getting them 68 hits of traffic a month. Now, I don't know what your guys' salesmanship is like, and your conversion rates, but if you're talking to 10 people, out of those 10, let's say you convert 2 or 3 of those, right? And so that's how you can start being able to predict your growth in your business monthly. When you start getting numbers like this where you're averaging 2, 3, 400 people a month that are taking a look at your site or maybe inquiring about hiring you out for your services. The next thing I want to take a peek at here is their website. Now, generally speaking, half of ranking a website is just solely based on content, right? And locally, Google likes to see anywhere between 700 to 1,500 words on the homepage. And you notice here that these guys don't even come close. They maybe have 50 words there, right? And so just looking at that and a few other key performance indicators tells me that this is some relatively low hanging fruit. And what I mean by that is that it won't be too difficult to get into this space and really start competing with these guys. And I know from Sean earlier, you mentioned that these guys are kind of top dog in Central Oregon, and understandably so after looking at what I just showed you here, right? But that being said, in most cases, when people come to a website, right, they already know that they want your services, right? And that's the thing with search, is that there's intent. And so if I am looking for a therapist, right, and I go to your website, first I want to see, how do I get a hold of you? And one of the things I noticed right off the bat here is there is no call to action, right? Generally, you want to see a call to action above the fold. There's no phone number here, as most people are searching from their mobile devices and not from a desktop, right? I want to be able to click the call, and there's no way to do that here. Next thing is that obviously there is a little more reserve with regards to therapy, and so people want to generally kind of be discreet, and so they might want to submit a contact form rather than just pick up the phone and call. And these guys don't do that either. Another thing that I noticed is that they do not have the main keyword they're wanting to rank for. As you see there, Therapist Bend, Oregon does not even show up one time on their homepage, right? So just a few of those things, kind of point out to me that that this could potentially be, a relatively easy engagement to take on. Now, last but not least is backlinks. And backlinks are essentially votes to your site, but not all votes are created equal. So the best way to explain backlinks is, the more relevant the link, the more votes you get. So, for example, if you're linking to, another therapist web page or blog, right, that's in a more competitive area, say Portland or Dallas, Miami, Manhattan, right, you're going to pull more votes back to your site than if you were linking to, say, Pizza Hut, right, because you're in the business of mental health, not selling pizzas. And so here, these guys have 197 backlinks. And of those 197, only 28 of those are actually sending votes back to their site, which, as you can see here, gives a pretty low metric, right? The combination of these two are trust flow, which is, again, are the votes of the site, which gains trust, and citation flow, which is not name, address, and phone number, but traffic, right? And so from that, there you can see that even as low as those metrics are, these guys are still getting close to 500 hits of traffic a month for an estimated traffic value of a little over $1,000 a month. And that's the value of the traffic. They're not necessarily what it would equate to, conversion wise in the practice. And they're also running some paid traffic as well. And so, really, the key takeaways here, if you can take a peek at your guys' site. Obviously, you're still fairly young site, which is another factor in ranking, is the age of the domain. But at the end of the day, that's not a main factor. But key takeaways are citations, right, for the map pack, name, address, and phone number, all over the web, directory listings, Yelp, Dex, Yellow Pages, things like that. Having your Facebook business page will give you a citation. And then as far as the website, content, authoritative content using the keywords that you're wanting to rank. And then last but not least, backlinks, right, votes to your site. So citations, content, and backlinks. Hopefully I was just able to shed a little bit of value there for you. If you want to know more, please give me a shout, or you can give me a call at 541-408-2206, or just reply back through the email when I send you this video.